Hey there, Meteorologist Paige Noel here, tracking the latest on this WVLT First Alert Weather Day. We first alerted you to this really last week. We were kind of talking about we were going to watch today as the potential for a First Alert Weather Day. Went ahead and issued that earlier this week, and then we're tracking the line of rain and storms really moving in right on time with kind of what we've been telling you over the past really couple of days. But the main concern is really the pockets of heavy rain, inconvenient timing too. This is really impacting kind of the lunch commuters and after school commuters, and then this also bringing in really those gusty winds as well. So let's zoom in. Here's a look at live radar right now. Really right on track with it dying down. We kind of mentioned a few storms possible. We weren't super worried about any strong to severe storms. We said isolated stronger storm possible, but it looks like the system is continuing to die down, kind of what we expected. You're seeing lots of lightning up into parts of southeastern Kentucky, so that's in Whitley and then Knox County in Kentucky, dealing with some of that lightning. And then as I zoom in a little bit closer, you can see that heavy rain really pushing into Scott County, so kind of Oneida to northern Morgan County, just now starting to push into Cumberland County, Crossville. That's really starting to push into your area as well. So really just pockets of heavy rain and really gusty winds with this cold front moving in. Looks like some light showers are now starting to push into parts of Campbell County, then into Anderson to Union County, maybe some light showers in around the Knoxville area, kind of North Knox there, but really just seeing that line of heavy rain into the plateau right now. All of us dealing with the gusty winds. We've been talking about this. We've been dealing with those breezy conditions, more windy throughout the day today. So gusts area wide up to about 30 to 40 miles per hour. Could see some gusts up to 50 miles per hour as we head throughout the day today. Those winds are also going to be turning. They're going to be shifting this afternoon and filtering in some of that cooler air. I think that's going to be really impactful to a lot of us. Just knowing that I stepped out the door this morning, didn't need a jacket, but by the time I'm leaving work later today, just like you're definitely going to need the jacket, as it's going to be so much cooler out there. Here's a look at those wind alerts that we have right now. So we have a wind advisory out for the entire area. They did just extend this till about 4 p.m. It was at 1 p.m. So that is new. Actually, right now, this happened just before I came on here, that wind advisory is now extended until 4 p.m. And then we also have the high wind warning up towards those mountains. So really within that wind advisory, those are those gusts up to about 40 to 50 miles per hour. And then that high wind warning for the mountaintops into Blunt, Sevier, and Cocke County. That's because gusts could get up to about 60 miles per hour. So the high wind warning actually continues until 7 o'clock. So while the winds die down for the majority of us, I would say after that 4 o'clock time frame, those gusts continue to be pretty wicked, especially up towards those mountaintops a little bit later today. All right, let's get into the latest timing. Here's exactly what we're seeing right now, right around this 10:30 hour. We are seeing the main line in and around the plateau. By 11, it's closer to really parts of Roane and Loudoun, mostly Roane County, and then into Anderson and Union, and then up into Claiborne County. Next for you guys, so that's going to be moving in that leading edge right around 11. That leading edge really starting to get into Knox County as well. Really in Knox County, this is right at noon today. So maybe if you could stay at work for lunch today, try not to get out in this. It's just going to be kind of messy out there. And then you're seeing that leading edge then pushing through also there Loudoun County, McMinn, Monroe, starting to push into Blunt County, and then even moving up into parts of really Granger to Hamblin to Jefferson County right there, and then up into Sneedville as well. So main line is towards the mountains, really along those mountaintops by 1 o'clock. And then we have some rain on the back edge of this. Temperatures are dropping very quickly as well. So that rain is transferring over into a wintry mix of snow, but not for all of us. You can see a little bit of it back towards the plateau, so maybe northern Fenchurch County, really the best chance, and then towards those mountaintops a little bit later. But as kids are getting out of school 2 to 3 o'clock, we still have those gusty winds, and we still have that rain falling too. So that's just creating for kind of really just a messy afternoon. So just kind of keep that in mind. Nothing crazy, just more inconvenient for you, but at least we're seeing those gusty winds are starting to die down by the afternoon hours. And then I think we'll let go of that WVLT First Alert Weather Day around 4. We'll continue to keep you updated, of course, on WVLT News App for if we continue that or if we kind of go ahead and let that go. But really, once the impacts start to die down is when we let that go. So we'll be very clear with that later this afternoon. You're seeing that rain transition over into a wintry mix to snow up towards those higher elevations. That's how quickly those temperatures are dropping. I know we're near 70 degrees right now, and that's crazy to talk about. But that's exactly what we're looking at this a little bit later this evening. We'll dry out, clear out tonight. We got some chilly air really moving in, a lot cooler than the past few days. If you've been like me, I've not been grabbing the jacket, stepping out the door, you're definitely going to need it tomorrow, especially tomorrow morning as we're back to those very chilly conditions. So here's how much rain to expect where you live. Overall, I think we're looking at about a ½ inch to 3/4 of an inch. It's actually some new model data that literally just came in, so it's slightly heavier with some of that rain, but still kind of what we're expecting. About 8/10 of an inch, Knoxville. A little bit closer to 3/4 in Maryville, a little bit more than ½ an inch, Pigeon Forge, and then down into Athens, Madisonville there about 5/6 of an inch, and then as you head up towards the plateau, it's just a little less because that rain's pushing in there right now. So more than likely they're going to get still at about a ½ an inch to about a 1/4 of an inch. Could get up to an inch in La Follette. So again, isolated spots could get up to an inch of rain. Again, as you look over towards parts of southeastern Kentucky, it says 2/10, but overall they're getting another 2/10 on top of what they're already getting right now. So just kind of keep that in mind if you're looking at this map and it confuses you. But up to an inch potentially in Rutledge, 8/10 in Morristown, closer to 8/10 as well, Sevierville to Dandridge. So overall, I think most of us are a little less than an inch of rain, but about a ½ an inch to an inch of rain area wide as we head throughout the day today. Gusts going to continue to be a problem. I think mostly we're seeing those gusts up to that 40 to 50 mile per hour mark through really midday. So this is 12:30, so you can kind of actually see where that cold front is. So behind it, you can see those winds die down just a little bit, but they're going to pick back up, especially as they're starting to shift. So they'll die down because they're from the southwest, going to be moving from the northwest, and then that's when those gusts pick back up a little bit this afternoon. You can kind of see that lull, still breezy, gusts up to 25, 30 miles per hour, and then starting to really die down a little bit later this evening, and that's going to filter in that cooler air as well. But there's those gusts up to about 20 miles per hour by a little bit later today, 6, 7, 8 o'clock. So a little bit breezy tonight. You can still see winds kicking up along those mountains, which is why they have that high wind warning continuing until 7 o'clock. So this is showing 8 o'clock. Winds could still be kicking up there. So, of course, we'll keep you updated on that if that also gets extended over the next really couple of hours or so. But check this out right now. This map's kind of a lot to take in, but you can see the line of the rain and storms. That's that cold front. So it's 69 right now in Knoxville, 71 Chattanooga, 64 in Johnson City. But look, 30s back towards Paducah, Louisville, Nashville dropping into the upper 40s. So that cold air line is kind of right there, 57 in Jackson. So we're going to see a pretty big temperature drop. I think that's going to be kind of the coolest thing this afternoon is right now if we walk outside and then walk outside in about 4 to 5 hours, you're definitely going to notice a difference throughout the area. So here's a look at that forecast where you live today. I wanted to show you this. So really 11, you could see temperatures, 71 Knoxville, 70 in Clinton. So we're hitting our high temperature kind of now and over the next couple of hours. But look, by 11, so once that line that's really right along the plateau right now moves out of our region, you're going to see those temperatures drop behind it. So already 48 in Crossville, 49 in Oneida, 47 in La Follette. This is just in really an hour or so. So this will be kind of interesting to watch. Chief Meteorologist Heather Haley will actually have kind of a look at this at noon. It'll be interesting to see those temperatures already starting to drop back towards the plateau, but still warm here in the valley. But here's a look at those temperatures by the time we get closer to that 4 o'clock time frame. That's typically when we see our high temperature of the day, but we're going to see those temperatures drop. So kind of zooming in, we're dropping closer to those upper 40s, Knoxville to Lenore City, near 50 in Loudoun, 49 in Kingston. So plateau, this is right around that 4 o'clock time frame, low to mid 40s, but could be feeling cooler as well because you have those winds shifting, so you have to factor in that wind chill. So it could be feeling a few degrees cooler for sure by the afternoon hours. You can see temperatures into those mid to upper 40s, right along that Kentucky-Tennessee line towards, Maynardville and Rutledge and Morristown and Dandridge into those upper 40s by this afternoon, and then really staying into the upper 40s, still dealing with some of those showers, foothills towards the mountains by 4 o'clock, and you can already see that rain transitioning over into a wintry mix of some snow up towards the very, very higher elevations. Could see some snow accumulate, maybe up towards Mount LeConte, maybe a light dusting up towards Newfound Gap, but I don't think we pick up a whole lot. Actually, I think I put the future snowfall potential in here for you guys, so you could see we're not really picking up a whole lot of that snow. Even if you see a few flurries flying in around the plateau, not amounting to much because it's pretty warm out there right now. Grounds are very warm, so it's gonna be hard to see any of that snow accumulate, but maybe a light dusting all the way up towards those mountaintops a little bit later today, so it might be pretty to look at as we head into tomorrow. I'm going to pull you guys up on Facebook and see if anyone has any questions. I think it's kind of a cool system that we have moving through. But again, that WVLT First Alert Weather Day is really continuing over the next really just several hours. I do think once that main line moves out of here, if we have no issues between that, like right around 4 o'clock, we'll probably let go of that WVLT First Alert Weather Day. But of course, Chief Meteorologist Heather Haley is going to have a look at these temperatures at noon because they're already going to start to drop, especially back towards the plateau. And then we're also going to be tracking it, it moving out of here, and that colder air starting at 3:30. I'll be on at 3:30 and 4, and of course you've got meteorologist Ben Kathy at 5 and 6 tracking that cooler air moving in tonight. But keep that WVLT First Alert Weather app handy in case one of these storms becomes a little bit stronger. Again, not really worried about it right now, but we'll continue to monitor that over the next really couple of hours. But I hope everyone stays safe, dry, and warm throughout the day today.